guys and welcome. This is Nora from Nora's International Cooking. Today's dish is very special to me because it is one of the most authentic Armenian dishes. We call it Lahmajun or Lahmajin. Translating in Arabic, it means meat with dough. And for that, so we need ground beef or ground lamb. And we are going to make a very simple dough. For the veggies, we need tomato, onion, parsley, and bell peppers. And I'm going to use pepper paste as well with the tomato paste. The trick in this, or the secret of a perfect lahmajin, is how thin you will open the dough. And that's it. So let's get started and I will show you the steps.
Here I'm using 2 large onions and I will chop them very finely by using the food processor. And adding finely chopped 5 tomatoes to the mix will make it nice and smooth. Adding bell peppers, green or red, is optional, but I do think that it adds an extra flavor. Parsley is an important ingredient in lahmajin, so please do not skip that. And here I'm using 2 bunches of parsley. Just get rid of all the stems, we don't need all that in the lahmajin. By using the pulse button on the food processor, it will give you a nice and finely chopped parsley. And I have used about 1.5 pounds of ground beef, 93% lean. You don't want much fat into the meat, so the meat or the mixture does not shrink. As you all know, lahmajin doesn't take a lot of spices, so simply it's just black pepper, salt, and paprika, chili powder, and a little bit of cayenne pepper if you like it spicy. And as far as the pepper paste, this brand, Great Masses, it is very delicious and I love it in all my dishes. I buy it from a local Middle Eastern store next to me. I think you can find it on Amazon. And if you can, then you can use any other brand of pepper paste. And this is not spicy at all. And now that we are done, it's time to mix, and make sure you mix very well. We don't want any chunks of meat in this mix. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification button so you can be notified with upcoming videos. Now that I'm done with the mix, I will put it in the fridge to get it marinated until it's time to use. Let's get started with the dough, and for that we need 6 cups of all-purpose flour, and this is a very simple dough, so all what we need is 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and if you are planning to make the lahmajun right away, then just add half a teaspoon of yeast. We don't want this dough to rise because we want a really nice, thin, crispy lahmajun. And if you are planning to make it a couple hours later, then you don't even need to add any yeast. And I added 3 cups of warm water. Depends on kind of flour you're using. You might need a little bit more or a little bit less. A little bit of olive oil at the bottom of the bowl, and don't worry, this dough is sticky, but it's gonna end up a very nice and soft dough. Adding a little bit of oil into your hand, handling the dough, make it very easy. Cover and let the dough rest for 10 minutes only. Make sure you have extra flour because you will need it to work with the dough. Once you make the dough, you'll know what I'm talking about. It is just really, really soft. Make sure you flour the base and cover the rest of the dough because you don't want it to dry. Today I'm going to be using a very easy and simple method for you to do the lahmajun, so you will have almost a perfect size on all of them. As you see, this is not too thin because I'm going to cut it into smaller shapes. So now it's time to make this very thin, and I'm going at about 8 inches diameter. And it's a good idea to measure your trays first so you can decide what size you want each to be. And if you can fit 2 in each tray, that will be perfect. And probably you will ask why I'm tossing it from hand to hand. That's just to get rid of all the excess flour. And here is an important note. Make sure you mix everything very well before you add it onto your dough, because we want everything to be juicy. I'm adding about 1/3 of a cup of the meat mixture onto each piece of dough. That way it's easier, so you know that all of them will have the same amount of the mixture. Distribute everything very well. Leave a little bit at the edge. Don't go all the way out to the edge. You want a really nice thin crust, and that's going to be so delicious. I preheated my oven into 500 degrees. This needs a really hot oven, and you will put it first at the very bottom rack. Once you see that the dough at the bottom start to change the color, remove it from there, add it in the top rack for another 5 minutes. Keep watching it, make sure you don't burn it because it cooks fast, and then you will enjoy it. Look how delicious those looks. And there, my lahmajun is ready. Nice, thin, crispy on the outside, on the edges, and soft in the middle. So delicious. Here, I just wanted to show you how thin each piece of the lahmajun is. Once they are out of the oven, stock them up face to face in a pot or a container, covered with a paper towel or a clean kitchen towel, and then it's ready to eat and enjoy. If you want to have it for breakfast, just crack an egg over it, put it back in the oven for a couple minutes, and you have a delicious breakfast.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Now we have our lahmajun ready. Delicious. As you see, it's soft. You can just roll it. Beautiful. And the way to eat this is just to add a little bit of vegetables on top. So I prepared some veggies like lettuce, whatever you like. So I like lettuce, tomato, a little bit of pepper, 2 pieces of tomato. And the best is to add some squeezed lemon juice. And that should do it. And then we roll this baby out. And we will enjoy it with our Armenian special drink. We call it tan. It is mixed with it's yogurt, water, salt, and mint. So delicious, and it goes very, very well with lahmajun. So, in Armenian we say, anush udek. Enjoy. You guys, it's so good. Delicious. The outside has a little bit of crunch, and that's the purpose of leaving the edges. We don't go all the way out, we leave the edges a little bit so we have that little crunch in the outside. So good. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with friends and family so they can all enjoy this delicious Armenian lahmajun. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!